Welcome to another installment of This Is Not Normal on the Political Drain podcast with Drill Sergeant Doug, aka Admin Doug, a U.S. Army veteran, teacher, musician, and family man from Jamaica, now fights for justice and democracy through commentary and humor. Follow him on YouTube at Political Drain and at Sons of Liberty Official as Drill Sergeant, aka Admin Doug, continues to protect our freedoms.
Trump has named Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry as a special envoy to Greenland. Landry followed with a post saying he is honored to serve to make Greenland a part of the U.S. Trump has repeatedly said Greenland is crucial for U.S. security, even though it's a territory of Denmark. Landry made it clear that a new post will not affect his position as governor.
First of all, are you telling me that Louisiana is so awesome right now that your governor is literally bored enough to get put on loan to a whole nother country and there's nothing else to do? You that good right now, Louisiana? Really? Number two, we're fucked. We're fucked, people. If Ukraine doesn't win this war, that's it. And yeah, they're connected way more than you think. What's up, YouTube? Drill Sergeant here. And not long ago, one of our squad leaders here at Drill Sergeant Spec Ops team, they went to Ukraine to help fix and maintain trucks on the front lines of the war being waged on them right now. Right now, last night. And those are the same trucks that, by the way, we're fundraising for right now, actually. But he came home with these pictures. Now, one of these pictures is one of the children caught on that front line. And the other is of his daughter, or of any of our daughters. And judging by what our felon-in-chief said yesterday, if Ukraine falls, those pictures will be a lot closer to an actual reality for us, not just a thought experiment. Let me explain. You see, there's a principle that emerges again and again and again in history. Once a powerful country is allowed to invade a neighboring country just because it can, three things happen, always. International law collapses into might makes right. You see, treaties, borders, sovereignty, that means absolutely nothing if they're only respected when convenient. The second thing is authoritarians learn that force works. They don't need legitimacy, elections, or consent, which Trump is trying to manufacture in every way he can right now. All they'll need is tanks, threats, and silence from the international community. Number three, democracies become uniquely vulnerable. That's us. Open societies hesitate. They debate. They self-limit. People, expansionist regimes exploit that hesitation. And this is exactly why the post-World War order was built around collective defense and territorial integrity, not out of idealism, but because the alternative had already killed tens of millions of people. Think about this. Japan takes Manchuria, limited response. Italy invades Ethiopia. They shrugged it off. Then Germany annexes Austria and the Sudetenland, and peace in our time. What's the result? World War II. The lesson wasn't that war is bad. The lesson was stopping aggression early is less violent than allowing it to metastasize. Russia's invasion of Ukraine isn't just a regional conflict, YouTube. It's a test case. Can a nuclear-armed power erase borders by force? Can a democracy be dismembered because defending it is inconvenient? Right? Does international law mean anything without enforcement? If the answer to all of those questions is yes, or any one of those questions is yes, then every border becomes provisional. That's why America pulling back doesn't just affect Ukraine. It sends a signal to every strongman watching. And yeah, including this guy.
Named Governor Landry to be new special envoy to Greenland.
Yeah.
How do you? What do you see that role entailing? And is it still your intention that Greenland become part of the U.S.?
He viewed Louisiana, the Louisiana Purchase. He said, "I'm governor of Louisiana," and he said, I didn't call him, he called me. He's very proactive. He's a great guy. He's a deal guy. He's a deal maker type guy. And we need it for national protection. We need Greenland for national protection. They have a very small population. And I don't know, they say Denmark, but Denmark has spent no money. They have no military protection. If they say that Denmark was there 300 years ago or something with a boat, well, we were there with boats too, I'm sure. So we'll have to work it all out. But he felt very strongly we need it for we need Greenland for national security, not for minerals. We have so many sites for minerals and oil and everything. We have more oil than any other country in the world. We need Greenland for national security.
Now, YouTube, as we watch this decaying pile of orange skin cells attached to a pea bag that we call president opine about taking over Greenland, while he's actively trying his hardest to start a war in Venezuela, mind you, and guess it is over minerals, remember, treating sovereignty as a negotiable inconvenience isn't random bluster, people. It reflects the same worldview that power grants entitlement, borders are optional, law is secondary to dominance, period. That's the same worldview that is indistinguishable from Putin in Ukraine, Xi regarding Taiwan, and any empire in decline trying to reassert relevance through force. Let's just call it that. YouTube, family. When a former or future U.S. president echoes that logic, it doesn't just weaken America morally. It legitimizes conquest globally and becomes more dangerous and more real here in America with every Ukrainian soldier that's lost to that ideal over there. That's why Ukraine matters. Not because of charity. It's not a charity. It's not because of some sentiment. But it's because allowing Russia to erase borders by force tells every other authoritarian on the planet that violence works and that international law is optional. Defending sovereignty isn't about being the world's police. It's about self-defense. Because once invasion becomes acceptable policy, no country, no democracy is truly safe. Just last night, the Russian attacks that President Zelensky had warned of before, earlier this year, they actually began in earnest. As this is being recorded, there are several massive power outages all over Ukraine after a major Russian missile and drone strikes on energy infrastructure happened earlier. In Odessa on Monday evening, Ukraine time, Russian strikes attacked the port. The operator, Ukrenegro, said emergency power outages were happening in several regions of Ukraine. Air raid warnings have also been issued across the country, including Kiev, where at least one person died. Khmelnytskyi, at least 2 more deaths have been reported, and in Zhytomyr, a 4-year-old child has been killed. This is Russia's response to a general being killed in a car bomb attack in Moscow. And on Monday, President Zelensky told the Ukraine people that it was in Russia's nature to strike over Christmas. That's how they do it. In Poland, fighter jets have been scrambled as a precaution to ongoing attacks on its neighbor. So all over Ukraine, people are starting Christmas in darkness. And there's no Christmas carols. Just air raid sirens. While our government fails and embarrasses us, we have no choice but to do everything we can for Ukraine, not only for them, but for us. If they lose, I've given you the consequences already. So as you know, we are fundraising for the frontline pickup trucks to help the soldiers, specifically this regiment right here.
We are a new formed unit of the ground robotic complexes of the Special Operation Forces. We operate on the whole front line. Our unmanned ground vehicles go first, not the soldiers. They help us to do our job faster and safer. We have GRCs, but we do not have enough strong pickup trucks and vans. to take them to the front line. We ask our partners, Car for Ukraine, Bandera Mobil, bloggers and YouTube communities to help us to buy and bring these cars. More you help, more saved lives and successful operations on the front line.
And that's where our trucks are going. The organization that we're partnered with is Car for Ukraine. You heard him say it in that same video there. This charity is in Ukraine and has delivered 800 vehicles to the war so far. I checked them out. I can tell you that they're a trustworthy charity. Every week, they present a video showing the cars being deployed to the war. They got a YouTube channel. You can go look them up. Go check them out. Cars for Ukraine. Anyway, on their videos, every truck is shown and linked to the donor or fundraiser that helped to buy it. So in the case of our campaign for GRB, our truck will be branded as political drain. That's going to mean a lot to me and to you. Your names are going to be displayed unless you choose, to go anonymous as the people who helped to buy the truck. Political drain and your names. And those trucks are being used not only for the single deployment that I showed you, that regiment that we're fighting for right now, but it's to pick up wounded soldiers who without it are left there while their friends watch them die. It's to change out soldiers, refresh and revitalize troops, switch out the tired for the rested. I want my name, I want our name on that truck, and yours too if you so choose. Anyway, right now, so far 18 of you good people have already donated, and I'm loving it. But Christmas is coming. Russia attacked on Christmas and all the way through Christmas. That's what they do. Expect more. I believe that we can donate a little bit extra during this Christmas and New Year season. I'm going to be so proud to see my viewers, my resistors, you and the resistance out there with their names on the truck with our logo. And I mean every word of that, because the time to fight is now. Hey, yeah, you. Before you click away to watch someone unbox a tactical toothbrush, let's talk about something real. Political Drain isn't just another content mill. We're a digital front in a very real war. Not with bullets, but with ideas, with action, and with solidarity. We pair urgent news with critical education. And we build community around actual resistance, not the hashtag kind. The kind that moves. But here's the thing. None of this is free. It isn't. Behind every video is time, labor, research, and some weird guy asking if we're going to pay the hosting bill. And yeah, some of that money goes to things we can't necessarily say out loud. If you know, you know. Let's just say our special ops aren't Call of Duty LARPers. They're people making real moves to protect, uplift, and organize. You're not just funding a channel. You're funding a resistance network in a world where capital still calls the shots. Unfortunately, in a system built on artificial scarcity, even mutual aid has a price tag. And if we want to grow, if we want to win, we need your help. We need your help. So if you've got even a few bucks to spare, toss it our way. It's not for ads. It's not for merch drops, but for people making moves in the shadows so others can do it in the light. It's just us and you. So fund the mission, fund the fight, fund the future, because nobody's coming to save us. We save each other. That's how this works. Follow us on all these things you see here, and our link tree is in the description. Maybe even get some merch.
That was the Political Drain podcast, which can be heard on www.groovechillradio.com/political-drain and can be viewed on the Political Drain YouTube channel anytime. Once again, thank you for listening to Groove Chill as we resist fascism in any form, pursue democracy, peace, and love.